So basically, this is the verb querer. Querer means to want or to love. El vocabulario, activities, las actividades. The words that end in dad, D-A-D, are basically always feminine. Las actividades. La libertad. La ciudad. Okay. Let's see if this helps. Okay. ¿Qué? That's really annoying. ¿Qué quieres hacer? What do you want to do? ¿Quieres ir a la playa? Do you want to go to the beach? Yo quiero bailar. I want to dance. I don't know how to make it stop doing that. It's the visualizer. It's the iPivo V4K Pro. I got the better one. The old one did this like in and out, and this was supposed to be better, but it's not any better. So if you have any ideas, let me know. I got it from Amazon, so hopefully. Anyway, so let's keep going. Yo quiero bailar. I want to dance. That is so annoying. I wonder if I can do something. Maybe I can do something. Okay, cool. No, that didn't do anything. Bailar is to dance. Comer algo is to eat something. The idea is we're going to learn how to conjugate this verb and we're going to pair it with different activities that we can do so you can, over time, develop fluency. I thought it was really clever to get this document camera because then, like, I can just focus on showing the material. I don't necessarily even have to be on camera, but if it's going to keep flashing in and out, that's really annoying. If you have any thoughts, let me know. Okay. Correr is to run. Caminar is to walk. So after I say it, you can repeat after me. Descansar is to rest or relax. Cenar is to have dinner. Escuchar la radio, to listen to the radio. The R at the beginning of the sentence is also, at the beginning of the word is also ruled. The double R and the R at the beginning of the word are both ruled. Estudiar, to study. Desayunar, to have breakfast. Almorzar, to have lunch. When I don't move, it doesn't do anything. It's just full of stuff. And do you think it's more pleasant to have a person in the video or just, I feel like this is just, you can just focus on the Spanish. And I kind of like that better. But if we're going to have this flashing in and out, that's going to drive us crazy. So what is our solution? I wish I had a solution. Maybe this is not the right, because there is the Epson document camera, but that's like $2,000. So, yeah, anyway. Desayunar, to have breakfast. If anyone knows anything about document cameras and how to not make it do this flashy thing, that would be great. Almorzar, to have lunch. Hablar por teléfono, to talk on the telephone. Hacer la tarea, to do homework. Ir a la casa or ir a casa, to go home. Jugar baloncesto, to play basketball. Jugar béisbol, to play baseball. No, it's not focused. That's fun. There's light. This is AI. That means this is writer. This is focus. Jugar baloncesto, to play basketball. In some countries, they also say basketball. Jugar béisbol, play baseball, or pelota is also baseball. Pelotero is baseball. Jugar fútbol. I was just gonna say something about baseball, but I don't know if it's relevant. Anyway, to play soccer. Jugar fútbol americano, to play football. Jugar tenis, to play tennis. Hablar con los cocineros, to speak with the cooks. That was kind of random. Leer libros, to read books. Leer revistas, to read magazines. I was going to say I used to work for the Dodgers, but I don't think anyone cares. Anyway, leer libros, to leer revistas, to read magazines. Montar en bicicleta, to ride a bicycle. Montar en motocicleta, to ride a motorcycle. Nadar en la piscina, to swim in the pool. One day, they're like, we're giving out Matt Kemp bobbleheads. I was like, what's a Matt Kemp bobblehead? And they're like, you're fired. I obviously don't know too much about baseball. I just know that RBI means runs batted in. I don't know if you want these asides or if you just want to learn Spanish. I feel like sometimes when people who have smaller channels, they just talk about random stuff. It's like, just get to the point. Like, we're not in love with you yet. But anyway. So anyway, let's focus. Okay, so I think we're on montar en motocicleta, to ride a motorcycle. Maybe I should skip the asides because then I forget what I'm doing and it's not very professional. Nadar en la piscina, to swim in the pool. Oh yeah, wordreference.com and SpanishDictionary.com or SpanishDict.com. They both have an option. You can try both where you put in the word and it says it for you. So that's really helpful. That's a way to practice your pronunciation. Another way to practice your pronunciation and improve your accent is to read children's books in Spanish. And obviously you can get stuff online. There's a website called Biblioteca. No, it's called Biblioteca Escolar or Británica Escolar. It's either Biblioteca or Británica. I don't know why I don't remember. Something like this, Escolar. If you Google one of these things, it should pop right up. And there's a lot of articles on there. I'm sure you can also go to your local library if you're trying to reduce your screen time. And back in the day, they had like those little this was a long time ago where they'd have books and then they'd also have like the audio so that you could kind of that was like back in the day. So you could kind of like read along and listen to how you really say it and then emulate the speech so you can improve your speech. There's so many resources online. Even if you look up on YouTube children's books and they can say it like, oh, el ratoncito fue a la tienda or whatever, and then you can kind of copy it. The reason I say children's books is because like if you're reading like a 200-page book, it's kind of hard to read the whole thing out loud. It can get exhausting, right? And children's books are also repetitive by nature, so it can be a really good tool. I think we're on montar en motocicleta, nadar en la piscina, to swim in the pool, practicar o hacer deportes, to practice sports, to do sports. Okay. I like when it's not straight. Ver el partido, to watch the game. Tomar o beber algo, to drink something. So make sure you learn these. See, what you got to do for Spanish is like, say you have a goal for every week or every 2 weeks, depending on how busy you are, how fast you can absorb information. I would say 1 to 3 weeks, not longer than that, for every like lesson, depending on how busy you are. And to really learn it, like study it, you talk to friends. Maybe you have a friend who also is trying to learn Spanish. You guys are kind of learning together. You're testing each other. You're quizzing each other. You're writing it down. You're practicing. Maybe you're finding a native speaker who wants to learn English, or they just, have such passion for the language, and you're doing a language exchange. So you can start with this list, and I'm going to show you how this all works. So that's the first page. I've recorded this more than once because the sound wasn't working, so excuse me. Excuse me. Ver películas. There's an accent here. Películas. It was there, but it was tiny. To watch movies. Ver la tele. To watch TV. Visitar a mis amigos. To visit friends. Cantar. To sing. To invite a friend to do something. ¿Quieres comer? Do you want to eat? To say that you don't want to do a specific activity. No quiero hacer nada. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do anything. Oh yeah. Well, no quiero comer. But this, falls by no quiero hacer nada. I don't want to do anything. Dormir is to sleep. So basically what we have here, let me go over this and tell you how you're going to use this video and this list to really develop your Spanish fluency. This moving of the camera that is just wild. Okay. Yo is I. Tú is you. Él is he. Ella is she. Usted is you. Nosotros is we. Vosotros is you all. Ellos is they. All males are a mixed group of males and females. Ellas is they. All females. Ustedes is you all. Ellos does not mean them. They is a subject pronoun. You're doing the action of the verb. Like they touch the table. The like say a mom has 3 kids and she's tapping them on the head, right? The mom touches them. Them is when you receive the action of the verb. They is when you do the action of the verb. Ellos, subject pronoun. Okay, vosotros used in Spain. Ustedes, you all. The reason it's already written on is because I already recorded this video once and it didn't record properly, unfortunately. So basically, yo quiero, like you saw that whole list, right? And then you can add to the list. Maybe you like to cantar. I don't know if cantar to sing was on there, but whatever you like to do, but at least now you have a base of how you can say things. Yo quiero, like in a classroom, sometimes the kids like forget to say, ¿Me permite ir al baño? Will you permit me or will you allow me to go to the bathroom? So sometimes they'll be, because we're learning words, we're learning, verbs and all this. Sometimes they'll raise your hand and say, Maestra, yo quiero ir al baño. Obviously, it's not perfect. That's not really how you would ask a teacher, oh, I want to go to the bathroom. But they're trying to use the language they have to get their needs met. So that's basically the whole idea about language. ¿Tú quieres? There's obviously an accent here. Tú with the accent means you. I don't know if you can see that. Tú without the accent means your. Okay? Tú with the accent means you. Without the accent means your. El with the accent means he. El without the accent means the. Ella, usted quiere. Ellos, ellas, ustedes quieren. Nosotros queremos. Vosotros queréis. This is Spain. When I went to Spain, I went twice. You catch up on the vosotros pretty easily. When I teach a Spanish class, I usually don't test for it and I don't really use it regularly, but I do just expose the kids so when they get to Spain or whatever, they'll kind of have some background, but it's not a big deal. You get to Spain, you kind of pick it up real quick. Yo te quiero, I love you. Yo te amo, I love you. So I've taught Spanish for a long time. Also, I have a master's degree in Spanish literature, linguistics, and civilization. And I wrote my undergraduate thesis on how to learn Spanish as a second language. And I've worked with people from all ages, very young to very old, private school, public school, kind of runs the gamut, college level, it's different, adult with adults, so all of that, private organizations, public organizations, all kinds of organizations. So learn this list, make sure you know this like the back of your hand, because speech is very fast. You don't have time to hem and haw and think it through, right? You have to know the conjugation really quick. Like, quiero, quieres, quiere, queremos, quieren. And you need to know, like, if I said, ¿Quieres jugar tenis? Do you want to play tennis? You need to know what that means really quick. No, no quiero jugar tenis. And you have to be able to respond quickly. So either do it by yourself, use your voice recorder on your iPhone, or find a friend who also wants to learn Spanish, or even a friend who doesn't want to learn Spanish, but they can be convinced or they're willing to support you. Or you can find a meetup group where they're either learning Spanish or they have basic conversation. You can kind of participate. Usually that's complicated because usually conversation groups mean you already had some level of Spanish. So that may or may not work. You can also find someone who already speaks Spanish and maybe wants to just help or wants to improve their English, and you can do a language exchange. Obviously, it's going to take some effort and some proactiveness on your part. And then there's also like some online things where you can purchase or work with someone who's a native speaker, and you kind of do language exchange with them. I can provide more information about that. I'm not like affiliated with them at all, but there is one company that started out of like Harvard, I believe, and a lot of private colleges were working with them, and then some private high schools, because it's a paid program, so sometimes public schools don't have funding for that. So if you're interested in that, I can go into that a little bit, but obviously like I have no affiliation with them. I think that's it for today, and I hope you have a really wonderful week and that you learn Spanish if that's your goal.